Oh my god. Did you guys just see that? Okay, you guys may have seen that, because otherwise why would you be on this video if you haven't? If you haven't seen it, go watch trailer now. It's really good. I'm not kidding, guys. I try and keep really reserved with this kind of thing, but there was just something about this trailer which was really special. The first two trailers were extremely polished, and they were really pleasant surprises, and they gave us a lot of information. But this third trailer, as you might have been able to tell, this was like, nah, we're not really going to give you any more information. We're just going to show you the really cool bits. Oh, he really delivered. Oh! You may think I'm overreacting, but I'm not. I've watched the trailer 4 times. It's available online legitimately, and Geekdom shared it. Go and check out his videos about it. But, so many callbacks. I mean, the biggest one of all is right at the end, when Broly becomes the legendary Super Saiyan form. That is just straight out of movie 8. I mean, it's just so obvious, and there's just something about that version, this version that we're gonna get, is absolutely terrifying. I mean, yeah, okay, the original one was really cool and all, but this one, with the really raw line art, okay, oh, wow. Just Beam Shimada, he's still got it. It was like 25 years since he last played Broly at this capacity. Guys, knock it out of the ballpark. And then when Goku's being smashed through the ice, that is a little callback to movie 8 as well, when he's pummeled through all the city blocks and cityscapes. Yep, that's all in there too. Here's enough to kind of get you by. Have fun with that. Oh, we'll just stick in a little bit Golden Frieza in there. He's in there too. And oh, hey, your Piccolo's in there one time. So he's doing something, I suppose. Beerus, be chillin'. And then what's gotten really people talking quite a bit is that Whis is there, somewhat in the action, somewhere round about the planet where Frieza first meets Broly. Like, either he's observing, or he might be trying to get involved and assess Broly's power. Either way, the fact that Whis is doing something other than just going, huh, that's rather interesting. I'll just sit by and let things happen. Toodles! This trailer was just to show the eye candy. And there was a little bit of CG in there, I will admit, and it didn't look quite as good as the hand-drawn stuff, but the difference between that is much closer than it was in Resurrection F, because Resurrection F, they really hadn't perfected it at that point. Here, it's gotten a lot better, especially since you can kind of manipulate line art and line thickness. Really, really helps try and bring in the immersion. So what are my thoughts on it, you might be saying? Well, I don't think you need me to tell you this, but that's a spicy trailer right there. I know this may be like a little bit basic and standard for a typical type of video, but I really need to get my thoughts out there because, oh my giddy aunt, this is probably one of the most historic moments in Dragon Ball history. This trailer really gives us a glimpse of what we can expect in, what, less than a month now. Because it's 5 weeks until it comes out in Japan, and when I go and see it in Japan, I'm going to be getting some of that ambience and... Man, I wish I had tickets to the world premiere. I really wish I did. But some other little things I think you should take note of is that we got to hear the track Blizzard, which is the main theme of this movie. And it really sounds good. It's not like a rocking guitar thing like Kageyama Hironobu is. At least it's not another cover of Head Chala. I mean, come on. I mean, that song's great, but we've had enough of that. It's got that nice driving beat to it. It feels like dum 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 dum. It's got that sense of adventure and bounding. And that's what you need for this kind of movie. It's dynamic, much more dynamic than Chozetsu Dynamic, where it's just really just Chozetsu Dynamic. Guy who was singing it sounded like he wanted to go to sleep. They are wide awake and alert. Seriously. And just seeing the 2 accomplices, their names escape me right now, but they're looking for Dragon Balls, so that's going to be somewhat interesting. These 3 Saiyans were taken apart by Lord Frieza, and by thanks to him, they are now reunited, and they are about to punch each other really hard to see who is the best. The one thing that really, really got me was that shot of Broly charging energy. That's CG. That's CG. In terms of just the energy, Wow, okay, they got it. They did it. They did good. Job done. Job done. I think the majority of us were going to go and see this anyway, but now this has just sealed the deal. I mean, I would say that if you are a Dragon Ball fan, you need to see this movie. This is the freshest thing to happen to this franchise in at least 5 years, if not more than that, if not 20 years. Battle of Gods was a big turning point and a much needed one that got the ball rolling. This is just going to keep it going for another 5 to 10 years, because I wouldn't be surprised if we get an announcement that Dragon Ball Super is going to continue not long after it comes out in Japan. I will go and see this at least twice, maybe 3 times. I don't often do that. The last time I did that was for the original Iron Man, and I love that movie. I want this to be the movie that I go and see at least 4 or 5 times, especially since it's not a limited release from the looks of it. And the only movie that I ever did that for was the original Power Rangers movie. So my take on this, it's a simple trailer, but it's probably the most effective out of all the trailers that we've had for this movie. It just shows action, suspense, intensity, and the fact there is going to be a lot of fighting. That's the main thing you gotta bring to people that love Dragon Ball. There's going to be punching, so don't worry about that. Anyway, that was my hot take. I love it. I hope you loved it too. Share it around. Be excited for the movie. But until next time, guys, check in for the discussion tomorrow. And until then, catch you later.